Oh, hello, hello. We're back. Let me just send a tiny message. There we go. Yes. So, hi. I just recorded a 25-minute video talking about the relic weapon start of that quest line in this expansion, so that's why it's a bit late now. Let's see if this stuff works. Do we have sound? If this stuff works. Do we have sound? We do. So, today we're doing patch 5.1. Tomorrow, 5.2 and 5.3. I'm taking a little break. A little breaky break. For a few weeks. To actually just live in Shadowbringers for a while. You know, just relax. Let Shadowbringers sit for a while, you know. And 5.3 is apparently a great place to do that. So, let's actually get going. See what we can learn from old Tataru here. Hi. Crystarium weapon coffer. Interesting. Hello.
Chrane! God, it's good to see you. I hope your being here means you've had your fill of rest.
Not so much as 40 wings, truth be told. It has been a fairly stressful event.
You're too selfless, that's your problem. But you'll be no good to anyone if you don't take a break every once in a while. Anyway, not much has happened since your last visit. I had planned for you to meet that helper I told you about, but he refuses to answer his link pearl. I do hope he's alright. We've been exchanging messages with the Eorzean Alliance throughout, though. They say the fighting has finally stopped at Gimlet Dark, and the Empire has shown no signs of movement. Which means we might actually have a moment to ourselves for a change. Seeing as you're back, maybe you could tell me more about your time in the First? Great. Oh, and if you don't mind, I'd like to ask Flamin to join us. She'll want to know what happened to Minfilia, and I think it's best she hears it from you. We'll meet you at the terrace at the House of Splendors. God damn. We are back in the saddle. Back to story progression. Flamin! Chrane, my, it has been so long. Tataru did mention that I would be joining you, did she not? Thank you. Words cannot well express how I've longed to know more of the First. This world Minfilia has sacrificed so much to save. But come, rest your feet. Tataru should be arriving shortly. Boo, boo, boo. Do, do, do. Do, do. Ba-da-do. And so Minfilia chose to pass on her gifts to the next oracle. This girl who Thancred named Reen. To have such a burden thrust upon her as a child, only to embrace it when given the choice. In that respect, they're quite alike. It would seem her legacy is indeed in capable hands. Chrane, might I ask a favor of you when next you return to the First? To tell Reen what I cannot? Tell her, thank you. And I would offer thanks to you as well for staying with her to the end. Begging your pardon, but could I have a word? Oh. Real, I hope you're here to tell me you've received word from our helper. I wish. Nay, I've not had a peep out of him. And it's been a good long while now, too bloody long. On account of which I'm gonna sneak over the border and see if I can get a signal to him
Come closer up.
But what if they catch you? There must be another way.
Well, it ain't as if we can ask Thancred to do it. Besides, I shouldn't have no trouble picking me way through Gimlet now the fighting died down. God knows there's been enough shadows to hide in. And it beats waiting around here twiddling me thumbs. Any road, I just thought I'd let you know. Now, I'll best be. Nearly forgot. Kryle's at the stones. She wants a word. Something to do with the patients. She was getting ready to examine them again when I left.
He didn't even say hi to me.
Real, I thought we were buds.
We best head back then. I'm sure it's important. Bye-bye.
Runs away. Oh no, she walked. Never mind. I thought she'd be sprinting away. Do 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 do. Wah 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 wah. Tataru.
It seems she's still examining them. Oh, I do hope it's nothing bad.
Dude, how cool do I look? Shit. I'm so satisfied with the look of my character right now.
You're here.
Hey! Good. What up, Kryle?
So, how are they? Still locked in slumber, but otherwise in good physical health.
Okay.
So what's the problem?
For the present, at least.
Don't do that.
For the present?
She has gifts.
Oh no, is something wrong with them?
Oh, not that present?
I'm afraid there may be.
They've all caught a case of ligma.
I summoned you after detecting faint signs of instability in Thancred's corporeal ether. But subsequent examination suggested all 5 might be affected. And when I examined them just now, my fears were confirmed. Tellingly, the degree of instability varies between them.
So for how long they've been under?
Thancred exhibits the most notable signs.
Yeah.
Followed by Y'shtola and Urianger. The twins' ether, meanwhile, remains relatively stable, but there is a change there too if one knows to look for it.
So we're on a timer now.
Hold on. Isn't that the order they were called away in?
Yeah.
Indeed. Which leads me to believe the instability will only increase with time.
Yeah.
Though I can but speculate, I fear this may be a symptom of a weakening link between body and soul.
Gratia!
By the gods! What happens if the link is broken?
The trade window closes.
I cannot say for certain. This is all unknown territory to us. Yet whatever happens, it cannot be good. Mercifully, the instability is still only slight. And you may rest assured Master Matoya and I will do everything in our power to keep it from worsening.
Good. I believe in you, Kryle.
Be that as it may, it is imperative that you find a way to restore our friends' souls to their bodies.
Yeah, I will. No rest for the righteous, eh?
I realize you've only just returned from saving 2 worlds, but time is not on our side.
Is it ever?
But where's he even supposed to start? We had the greatest minds in the realm hunting high and low for an answer, and they ran out of places to look.
You stated in your report that the Exarch had originally intended to reverse the summoning process by means of his own death, correct?
Yeah. So do I have to go there and just break his neck?
Raha always was a reckless young fool. ready to die for the first righteous cause that came along.
Oh, so she actually knows him. That's interesting. I guess that makes sense. He had an Archon tattoo.
His plan might well have worked, but I, for one, am glad he never had the opportunity to see it through. Even if it does mean our friends must remain stranded a while longer. There is another way, I am sure of it. And the key lies with him.
Yeah.
With the Exarch.
Yeah, the answer is absolutely going to be on that side of
Pray
the...
return to the First and apprise him and the others of the situation.
Yes. Will do.
We, meanwhile, will do what we can from here. And, if the fates are kind, we will have good news to share upon your return.
Unlikely. If history is something to go by, that is unlikely. Hi! I started like 30 minutes late because I recorded a video where I talked about the relic weapon questline I did because I figured, you know, it's probably easier to record that off stream than include it in the stream and just put it together for the YouTube stuff later on. So for Twitch, that is now inaccessible until 40 years from now when I put all of these together and upload them to YouTube. Let's go and beat the shit out of Gratia. Why are you in a rush? You're running so fast. That's the raid, right? Yeah. I have 2 dungeon quests, but haven't done them yet. I've been doing this. I've been doing trust runs. Leveling all the team up to going through the levels while collecting the transmogs I want from the dungeons. Multitasking. Is there a reward for leveling them? I think this, like, it looks like they earn glamours for the characters for some reason. Like, they get 2 extra outfits each, but outside of that, no idea. I do like me a good, like, leveling system, though, so I think I'm using it just for fun while I'm gathering the transmogs I want from the dungeons. No idea if there's a reward for it. I do not dare... every time you say for fun, it makes me sick. You don't play for fun. I know you don't. I do. I don't dare to Google trust system, though, because I have a feeling it's gonna stick around for future expansions, and I don't want to see what characters they add, like, into the pool of... like, I don't know if they're gonna add characters to this down the line, so I don't want to see, because there's a Shadowbringers icon up here. There's probably an Endwalker one as well, so I don't want to know who gets added to the pool of characters. I really don't. Okay. Yo. Ah, Chrane, you returned. I hope your time in the source was suitably restful. No. But of course it wasn't. Go on. What? Their corporeal ether shows signs of instability? By the gods. The possibility never even occurred to me. If you have returned in the hope that my research has yielded a solution, I fear you will be sorely disappointed. 'Tis but a mercy we have the likes of Mistress Chryle and Master Matoya to keep our friends' bodies safe while we wrestle with the problem. But they cannot forestall the separation of body and soul indefinitely. Come, the others must be told. Everyone, gather round. We shall talk. Damn, I look cool now. Hell yeah, dog. Look at that pose. Power pose. Urianger. Where's Thancred and Reen?
Pray excuse my late arrival.
Unacceptable.
Will Thancred and Reen not be joining us?
Apparently not. The voice acting has started.
Nay, milady. With apologies to all, they beg leave to pursue their investigation of the empty to its conclusion.
Oh, they're doing the raid
Should
thing.
matters here demand their presence, however, they did assure me that they would make themselves available.
Yes, of course. Then let us proceed. I think it best that you begin by providing a summary of Mistress Kryle's findings.
So, why are you so nervous now, Gratia? The nerves got to him.
I suppose it was only to be expected that some change would occur.
Yet our souls seem unaffected. To my eye, at least.
Yeah, but the
How long they will remain so is another question. Kryle is right. It is imperative we find a way to return to the source.
Yeah. And I don't really understand why it's not
Perhaps an
just walking through here.
Of the method by which I brought you here will yield some inspiration.
Yes, please. I would love that.
Ere I begin, it must be noted that I am by no means a gifted mage. In order to employ powerful magics, I must rely upon the Crystal Tower and its boundless reservoirs of energy. The magic that summoned you was no exception. 'Tis a singular spell, adapted through painstaking effort from the technique that transported me to the first. To use an analogy, it works by cutting a hole in the fabric of reality. A hole tailored to the object of summoning, through which it and it alone may pass unscathed. Though I succeeded in creating said hole, I failed to latch onto my intended target. Instead of you, the spell found those close to you, and ended up summoning them in their incomplete state.
Have they tried walking through?
I would not soon throw my life away. Not after the lengths you and yours went to save it.
But.
And so long as I breathe, I will spare no effort to see you safely home.
Yeah, and you're joining us, dude.
But should all else fail, and your lives be at stake, there remains one sure method.
Breakneck. Slap him.
Oh.
That's also good.
What was that for?
How can you even entertain such thoughts? You owe your life to the Warrior of Light, and you don't get to die unless he says so.
Oh. Is that how that works?
Your followers await your divine judgment. If the two of you have finished, perhaps we could return to our discussion? Rather than dwelling upon the multiple failed attempts at transference, I think it would behoove us to focus on the solitary's success. I would draw your attention to the fact that our friend can travel between worlds possessed not only of his body and soul, but his personal effects besides.
That's a good point. My entire inventory
This is no
followed
different
me.
from the teleportation magics to which we are all accustomed. Magics that allow for the transportation of those inanimate objects one considers to be an extension of oneself.
Are you suggesting that simply by considering us his possessions, he could carry our souls back to the source upon his person?
Well, it would be nice if things were that
Interesting.
simple for a change. But vague notions of ownership seem a rather tenuous thing to stake our lives on. So much as a moment
Yeah.
of doubt on his part, and we'd be left floating in the rift.
Am I gonna regret saying this? I probably am. Let's move on.
Milady hath the right of it. The requisite fixity of belief would be too much to ask even of our friend. Yet, were we to immure our souls within an object in his possession, Mayhap then our safe passage could be assured. White auracite would, I believe, serve as a suitable vessel for this purpose.
Interesting.
It was conceived to imprison the massy soul of an Ascian.
A massy
and should
soul.
house one of ours with relative ease.
Interesting. Again, the white
We would
auracite
need
becomes
only
the
to
key.
ensure our soul's safe preservation inside the stone, and identify a means by which they might be transferred back onto our vacant bodies.
Soul preservation and transfer.
Go up to you and impale your body with
I believe I know of someone who may be able to assist us.
with a damn crystal.
On the far shore of the
Staking a
source,
vampire.
there stands a great palace built by the elves. It was forsaken in the wake of the flood, but a certain Numo chose to make their home there soon after.
Oh.
Though they have long lived as a recluse, they once occupied a place of honor in Verbert's royal court, and it is said that none in all of Norvrant is more knowledgeable than they on matters of the soul.
Well, I've no objection to seeking a helping hand, but if they've gone to such lengths to hide themselves away from the world, what makes you think they'd be willing to lend us one?
They will answer the King of Gondor.
A worthy question.
Gives us the
Years
damn
ago,
sword.
I myself tried and failed to solicit their cooperation in the battle against the Sin Eaters.
That is basically what I say when they're talking about the ghosts in the
No
mountain.
sooner had I begun to make my plea than they unleashed a swarm of their familiars upon me. Unlike me, however, you have curried favor with the Fae folk. By that merit alone, I am hopeful that they would grant you an audience.
Aight.
They may still be inclined to turn you away, of course, but if their knowledge might feasibly facilitate your return home, we have to try.
Well, 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 well. Do we have some of these? Take that one. Why not? Wow, 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 wow. Wow, a grand adventure. The Crystal Exarch would waste no time in seeking help for your stranded comrades. The Grand Cosmos, that is the place we seek, stands on the opposite shore of the source. I will arrange for a boat to carry us there. Whilst thou journeyest thither, I think it best that I devote mine energies to the creation of white auracite. By thy leave, of course. The process requireth no small amount of time, and should the Numo consent to lend us their aid, we will have need of a suitable vessel ere long. Agreed. Then I would ask the rest of you meet me in Solon, and do be prepared for a warm reception. By thy leave. Interesting. Pray join the others in Solon. I shall turn my thoughts to the Auracite, and appraise Tancred and Reen of our progress. So, we are doing... I forgot about the raids in between the patches. Okay, so we're doing the first patch now. And then tomorrow, I guess, we're doing raid. And then the day after, we're doing 5.3 and raid. And then we're done. For the moment. I think that sounds manageable, at least. So today we're only doing the patch. What time plan to start tomorrow? If the sauna's open tomorrow, considering it's like the start of a holiday, if it's open, I'm gonna be there from 3 to 4. And then getting food going home, so I should probably be ready to start at around 5:30 in the evening. Do patch raid. Hopefully that works. Because, I mean, realistically, they shouldn't take up more than 2 hours each. So I think it's doable. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine by me. I can survive for the moment there. You're gonna miss the start of the raid stuff, but I'm sure you've already seen it. Let's see. Taking a boat. A boat. Okay. Oh. As I told you before, I had scarcely set foot on the palace grounds when I was set upon by our host familiars, and I expect our reception today to be no different, which is why I propose we march through the main gate, weapons drawn. I'm sorry, but are we not here to petition for assistance? You can't honestly think barging in looking for a fight is going to persuade them. Actually, I believe the Exarch may have the right of it. They have no doubt poured a great deal of time and energy into their creations. Were I them, I should be most interested to meet with those who could overcome my defenses. As would any true seeker of knowledge. And there is little we can say or do to convince them to help us if we know nothing of their character, nor less why they chose to hide themselves from the world. But if we can seize their interest, mayhap we can earn ourselves an audience. Weapons drawn it is then. Though I must say, Exarch, you certainly seem to be enjoying all of this. Do I? Well, I will not deny that I enjoy the thought of fighting alongside you all rather than pacing about inside the Crystal Tower. You both seem to be in a rather high spirits, if you ask me. Not that I'm surprised, your moods invariably improve when Chrane is around. Are they both fangirling over me? Is that what's happening? I know she is. Like she has been for a long time, and I guess he hinted at it, but I never really thought that dynamic would carry over into this. That's kind of funny. What exactly are you implying? He averted a calamity, and the light which seemed destined to consume him has been extinguished. It's only natural that we be pleased to see him. You're just fangirling, dude. Yes, well, you will have plenty of time to celebrate his good health after we've finished here. Of course, then let us proceed to the palace. Oh. Duty Finder and Duty Support? Okay. We unlocked the thing right away. Wait. Gratia has the group mark on him? Dude, don't tell me. Oh, it's not in trust. Interesting. I thought he was going to be in trusts. Okay. Is he? Oh, he's in here, dog. Nice. You have to finish it once for it to appear. I see. Do you want to heal? I'd rather do this on a... If you don't want to see the NPC stuff, I'm gonna see it later on when I eventually replay it. So now I'm up to actually like queue up for it if you're a game. Then you are in a cutscene, you motherfucker. Yeah. You send me an invite when you're done. I'm gonna eat this salad while I wait. Riveting content. Man. I needed this. Oh. Yep. Uh-huh. The Grand Cosmos. Oh, wow. So quickly. Throw wide the gates, or what was the quote? Whoa! He's playing the piano on that staff. Okay. Was he supposed to be a pneumo? We have 2B with us. From ageless sleep I bid thee rise. They look cool. I wonder what gear drops from this place. Oh, he's using magical brooms to keep the place tidy. I still have my sprouts. When does that go away? So when I start Endwalker? Because, like, I'm at 2,700 hours and I'm still a sprout, apparently. At this point, I almost want to keep it just because it's so ridiculous. Like, this is what a sprout is? All those levels. All these levels. A sprout. Stay down. Bah. Mine disappeared when I finished 5.5. Yeah, okay. So it's when you're about to start current expansion then. So I have a few months to get to Endwalker if I want to get rid of my sprouts. Before Dawn Trail comes out. Because it's now March 27th. And Dawn Trail comes out July 2nd. A week earlier if it's early access, which, I mean, I have pre-ordered it. Collector's edition, so I think I'm getting early access, so that's like June 28th, I think. I see you also got swept around a bunch just like I did. I accidentally did the thing again. Roll bloodbath. There we go. Lock those down. He got brushed hard. Yeah, me too. guess swept, if you will. I'm about to die. Oh god, that hurts. Ow. Yeah. No, I obviously don't know the mechanics either. That's a rude spawn point. What the hell? Is it gonna happen again? Okay, here they come. How do we actually live through this? Here they come. Oh god. Oh, it's when they break through the center I really can... I cannot see them to save my life. Okay, the kick drum came in there. Here we go again. Okay, so they start doing big swirls around the circles on the ground. To me! Hearken to me! The soundtrack is so good. So good. Oh, this is the wolf mog? Okay. I see. I don't think there's anything in here I need, really. Bullfrog. This street is very bright. I think I stepped into that. No, I didn't. Okay, good. Ah. I ain't about to need on that shit. I don't think there's anything in here that I need. Because if I remember correctly, there are no weapons in here. And I'm not a big fan of the Mog itself, or the Glam itself. Oh. The gloves are apparently on my list. What'd I say? That I'm not really looking for any of the glams in here. But apparently I'm wrong on that because I do have the gloves for almost every class on my list. So I guess I am looking for gloves in here. That's gonna be a fun grind down the road. Linon sit what? You are very close to sharing a name. Well, yeah, you're very close to sharing a name with a persona. Which is most likely based on a real thing or a real story that I don't know about. What do you look like? Is it just a weird poison ivy thing? Kind of. What do we do with the seeds? Okay, oh, okay. Put them on dead ground. Understood. Oh my god. Who's playing a harp? Oh no. There we go. Sorted itself out.
my children grow. She sounds mad, man. What the hell is that? That's a goofy looking dragon, dude. Don't mind me. Knights immortal, heed my call. Oh, right. How the hell do I do that one again? I don't even remember. How the hell do you do Dawn again? And chi. So I have to end on chi. The second one. Okay. There we go. Why does this dude have so much health? Told thee will. Lord told thee will. It is I, failed Lord. Oh. There he is again. A piano. I said he was playing a piano on the staff.
You've sullied these halls long enough. Come, Lugus, our guests yet want for company. Oh, hello. What the hell are you? Insatiable flame. I love the little title drop they do. It's so cool. And the song is back. Ooh. Okay. Oh, I have to go to sofa to apply the thing. There we go. To get rid of the damn effects. Strike me down, almighty smiter. I don't know why we try. We should just eat the hits. Those become really wide, okay. Transfer to the chandelier. I don't know why we keep going. We should just eat the hits. But he keeps going, so I keep going. Okay, what is that thing? Ah! That speeds things up quite considerably. This is your fault for not playing a summoner? Sure. I have to account for you being shit. Trying to see the logic. I really am. This man is just stubborn. Oh, thank you. Of course, that barely took a chunk out of him. Damn warriors. Luigi is gathering energy. For some reason, seeing we were outside made my heart sink. I don't know why. That was such a weird feeling. I was like, oh my god, we're all the way back here. But like, we're at the end, so I don't... I wish the shortcuts were better. I feel like they were better in the past, but I don't know. The Chamber of Immortal Legacy. The Divine Scepter. The Chamber of Courtly Love. This song is so cool. Catman. Oh crap! I'm about to eat this piano. Oh, it's one of these when he bounces from person to person. Yes, I guess we don't want... Oh. We don't want him to cross other people in between, because that's going to do more damage, I'm assuming. There we go. Oh god, is it his left? Yeah, it is. Okay. Culling blade. Ow. God. Here it goes again. I need a sofa. Na, na, na. We have a chandelier and a sofa left. Oh, Seer's about to die. Yep. He didn't get rid of his flame. Oh, that said right. I'm dumb. Okay, here we go again. He's gonna bounce between everyone. I'm last. Don't stand in front of him. No, 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 no. There we go. So, there we go. That one's scary, dude. I'm third this time. Okay. Come here, you big bee. Why is this guy trying to tell everyone how to play? Wait, is the crown a mentor icon? Is that what that is? Mentor icon. It is. It's the mentor crown. That's why he's telling everyone how to play. Hi. I'm about to eat this hit. Dead. Hi. You got the commendation. Good times. Partition? Screw it. Man. Okay. How do you clap?
That was my fiercest familiar. Oh, impressive.
Ew.
Impressive.
Yeah. We know you're one of these things. I was wondering why you looked so different before. Of course, this is what they sound like. I want to explain this.
Cloak, 'tis good to see you again after all these years.
Peg leg?
And judging by your vigorous greeting, I dare say the feeling is mutual. To be sure, a simple shake of the hand would have sufficed by way of welcome, but I shan't complain. But you must be wondering as to the purpose of our visit. We come to beg your assistance in a most urgent matter.
Shake? Beg?
Ew.
Our comrades' very souls are in danger. If we are to save them, we will need the benefit of your unsurpassed knowledge on the matter. Please, will you not sit and hear our plea?
Oh, how dare you! How dare you speak thus in my presence!
Thus in my presence.
It was to escape such words of temptation that I hid myself from the world of men.
Why does he sound like a nerdy
sinners,
9-year-old?
one and all, and I swore never again to have any part in your affairs.
I can only imagine what terrible events forced you into a life of seclusion.
Yeah, the horrible reality of people politely asking
But I know
if you're
that the
interested to
Nimmo
do
are a
something.
good and noble folk. It is not in your nature to turn a blind eye to the plight of those around you. And in treating with us, I am certain whatever mistrust you feel for man will begin to heal.
They're using all the keywords. That's my trigger word! Wow.
If you will not be satisfied, I suppose I could listen.
Is this the
After all,
Taru's
there's
voice?
No harm in just. No! I mustn't. Not again.
This is Tataru, isn't it?
That damned court mage seemed to have the best of intentions too, and countless innocents died for my naivety. Oh, you know not what you ask of me. What horrors my knowledge has wrought.
Which games were these guys from? You mean the magical plague of Verbert? Verbert?
You know of the plague? Then you know how dangerous soulcraft can be. Instead of saving your friends, you risk damning them. Are you sure you're willing to take that chance?
Oh. No.
Oh, very well.
Why is he dressed like Shang Tsung?
I will hear your petition, but that is all. And I expect fitting payment for my troubles.
Commensurate with your contribution to our cause. No more and no less, I promise you.
Because
With
he
that said,
deals in
might I
souls.
impose
Shut
upon you to
up.
join us at the Crystarium? I'm afraid the nature of my friend's predicament calls for absolute secrecy.
Good one, but shut up. Okay. Well, I barely got any XP for doing that dungeon. Okay. That's interesting. That was the first time... Oh. I guess you don't get first time completion bonus for patch dungeons? That's weird. There you are. The others have gone ahead to the Crystal Tower with peg leg. For the record, I truly wish we hadn't had to resort to using such words when treating with them. I have ever sought to convince, not to compel. He's not a fan of Dune, then I take it. Yet I cannot deny that a part of me is glad Rianger shared his knowledge of the Pneumo with us. Had he not, Backlog wouldn't be here. Speaking of whom, we should hurry. To keep our guest waiting would only add insult to injury. Wah, 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 wah. You may now enter the Grand Cosmos and trusts and duty support. Or, well, trust, I guess. We already had duty supports. So, you were right about that stuff. But, Mr. Exarchius is still not here. He's only in the duty support. He's not in the actual trusts system. For now. I don't know what's gonna happen with this down the line. So the door remains open. Okay. So which game were the I don't know, the Heffalumps from? We mustn't dally here any longer, Chrane. If Backlog is to hear the truth about travails in the first, you of all people should be present. Anything in Ivalice? 12 tactics? Okay. I need to add tactics to my list of games I'm gonna play. Shit. 12 and 12-2 are on there, but... Or was it 10 that added 2? I don't remember anymore. There were so many damn Final Fantasy games. Tactics on Game Boy Advance and DS are some of the best games I've ever played. Damn. Yeah. I figured if they're on Steam with all the other ones, then I might as well just pick them all up. Where's the image? Because I saved an image of the lists.
They've never been released anywhere to my knowledge. That's a bummer. Did I not take a screenshot of this? It's wild. It's on my desktop? Yeah, it is. We were on screen capture that whole time. Okay. Screen capture. So this is the list right now. They're only in Game Boy Advance and DS. That's insane. My plan is to play through every Final Fantasy game. Going by number. Not release order, actually. So when I get to 7, I'm gonna play through all the 7 titles. Do it like that. But yeah, this is the start of the list. And then I have this as well. It's 10 and 10-2. Okay, not 12. 10 and 10-2. So yeah, all these are on my to play list right now. If you want full experience, I guess you do 7 movie, Dirge of Cerberus. I don't know. I'm not gonna play Dirge. That's the one I'm not playing. Based on everything I've heard, I'm never touching Dirge of Cerberus. I'm just gonna watch a thing for that one because everything I know about it is that the gameplay is dog shit. And apparently the story makes no sense either, so yeah, I'm just not gonna touch that one. But everything else is on the table. And apparently tactics as well. When do you think I should play tactics? Should I do them in following the release order of the games? Just slot them in between. $11 tactics and tactics 2. Oh, 12, okay. 12 and then tactics, I see. Then I'll do that. Yeah, 11 is the old MMO. I was like, can you still play that? Maybe you can. Bunnyman, Soldier Boy, Guard Dude. Do I need anything for the aim gear? I think that's the one I was doing. No, it's only... I have a handgun. Like a good one. I need weapons for the aim classes. Okay. Private servers maybe? Otherwise no. So 11 is shut down? Really? I thought it was still going somewhere. Somewhere on the internet. Okay, where do we go? Where do we go from here? I almost start reading his line every time, but I just barely remember that he says the same thing every damn time. So just barely managed to stop myself. Okay, Peg Leg, what do you have to tell us?
I'm sorry. You mean to tell me not only that the return of night was your doing,
Yes.
but that you hail from another world as well?
Yes. All real.
Everything we told you, of the source, the shards, the 7 umbral calamities, all of it is true. I realize how fantastical it sounds, and I would not blame you for doubting our testimony. But given your expertise, you must surely have noted the peculiar nature of their souls.
Any other time and I would have dismissed your stories as balderdash and flummery.
Balderdash.
But upon closer inspection, 'tis plain their souls are far denser than is normal, and that they do not possess true bodies. Save you. Your body is your own. And your soul is the densest of them all.
Hey! Hey! Who are you to say things like that? Hey!
As I said before, were it not for their heroism, the skies over Norvrant would still be awash with light, the realm yet at the mercy of Vorthri and the Sin Eaters.
You mean innocence?
After all they have done for our home, seeing them safely back to their own, it seems the very least we can do.
Yeah. Please.
Your tale is intriguing. Yes, very intriguing indeed. Simply to hear it is fitting payment in itself. As for your friends, I can but agree. Their valorous deeds on behalf of Norvrant are deserving of recognition, of their own fitting payment.
You will help us then?
No. I will. I would see my knowledge put to good use for a change. I do have one condition, however. I am not the spry young Numo I once was. As such, I will require assistance in my fieldwork and testing.
Of course you do. That's where we come in.
It would be our pleasure. We'll be laboring for our own benefit after all.
Yep. Yeah. Back at it again. I wonder if they tried to go through the portal to the source, if they would have, like, if the gateway would react the same way it does to him when he touches it. I sometimes forget we're not truly here in the first. It'll be good to be whole again. Beck Lug has a fine eye. Though we may have yet to begin, I rather think the Eggsock was right to call on them. Sorry. Did you happen to notice the magic brooms strewn about the Grand Cosmos? Uncanny. To Master Matoya, yeah. Unfortunately for us, Beck Lug is of a mind to see you and your fellow Scions justly compensated for your efforts. Oh boy, am I gonna have to do the voice.
You have spun quite a tale, but tell me, have you given any thought as to how you might return to your world?
I'm doing this reluctantly. The voice, not the return to the world.
Why the Orithite, you say? An intriguing proposition, but one which fails to account for the present state of your souls. They have become highly charged, likely as a consequence of having maintained tangible forms for so long. In such an energetic, unstable state, there is no telling what might happen if their souls, to their souls within the aura site. They could very well become immutable to transference, never to be restored to their bodies.
Then would it be possible to force our souls into a state of dormancy prior to transference?
In theory, yes. But the soul is not a candle to be snuffed out and relit on a whim.
You should tell that to her a few times more, because she keeps going into the live stream, and someday it's gonna kill her, I'm sure of it. Well, that sounds ominous. What exactly would rendering our souls dormant entail?
In order to maintain the corporeal form, your souls constantly draw ether from your surroundings. This process must be halted, and the resulting surfeit of ether removed. Your minds would ultimately be separated from these faux bodies of yours, rendering you incapable of interacting with the world around you. A cruel fate under normal circumstances, but one which will be rectified upon your return home.
Wouldn't this have been a way for the Warriors of Darkness to live on? Like what we're talking about right now? Souls ripped from their bodies, and you could just anchor them in a white aura site and then somehow put them back into a body. I guess that's kind of what they were doing. I don't know. Never mind. That's a wormhole we're not gonna travel down now. Leaving lifeless husks, like those poor souls at the inn at Journey's Head, corrupted by sin eaters, their ether made stagnant by the light.
Corrupted? Stagnant? Might I see these unfortunate individuals?
Why? Do you think you might be able to help them?
Might, or I might not, but I shan't know for sure until I've seen their condition firsthand.
Then I would be glad to take you to them, on the understanding that you won't do anything which might increase their suffering.
It was my faith in man I lost, not my compassion.
Well, I see no need for all of us to accompany you. While you escort our guests to the inn, I will assist Urianger in creating the requisite aura sites. I believe my talents should be better applied to that endeavor as well. Might I leave the three of you to assist Beck Lug as necessary? As necessary? Let us make for Armoreng then. Armoreng! Oh. It pains me that there are those who yet suffer despite our victory over the light. We must hope a way can be found to help both them and our friends. Urianger is more than capable of creating the aura site on his own, but if aught should go awry, I would be on hand to assist him. We're leaving the dorks here and the cool kids are going out on a journey. You are thing again. I don't want to kick you from party in case it messes something up on your end, so I'm just not gonna touch it. Oh, hold on. We're gonna pick up some nuts. Go ahead. Okay. Nut board. Nut. Nut. You know, like the damn button? Okay. Crystarium weapon. Just gonna go ahead and blow my nose, because that's still a thing. It's not as big a problem anymore, though, thankfully. Hello. Well,
What could I do?
We're still trying to help this kid, huh?
So this is Halric, is it? Yes, his etheric balance leads perilously toward the light, towards stasis.
What do you suppose will happen to him?
Not too bright, are you, boy? The same as all poor souls corrupted by the light, he will become a sin-eater.
You don't know that. We've defeated the Wardens and banished the light from the night sky. Halric was completely unresponsive before, but now...
Mumble.
Now he's terrifying.
But perhaps there is yet hope. If I may, there is a treatment I wish to administer to the patients.
What sort of treatment?
In the course of my studies of the soul, I once created a tonic which could temporarily stimulate the ether in one's body. After some refinement, it came to be used by the Knights of Vermont, then for far darker purposes. Lest it fall into the wrong hands. I swore never to make it, but for their sakes I will keep that oath. It is not like to reverse the stagnation, mind you, but it should offer some measure of relief.
He truly is one of the characters of all time. Todden stares blankly at you. It would seem the tonic has had no effect. What is this warmth I feel in my chest? Voin. I thought Voin shut down. I feel warm, and my leg, they don't feel as heavy. Did we just give them alcohol? Like huge amounts of alcohol?
Now then, have you noted any change in the patients?
A notable rise in body temperature and increased motor function in most of the patients at least. The more severely afflicted show no response.
Yes. As I feared then. 'Tis true that with the restoration of night, the corruption influences of light will no longer grow, and yes, their bodies will naturally return to equilibrium given time. But this holds true only for their corporeal ether. Their incorporeal ether, that is of the soul, it is not easily mended.
Which is why those in the later stages of corruption, like Halric, appears unaffected by your tonic.
Precisely.
Dude, Depressed Splinter is not the character I was expecting to be hanging out with in this patch.
The boy's soul is too far gone, his mind held together by the finest of threads. There is a chance he might one day recover, of course, but it could take years, decades, even.
By the gods, he could wake to find himself an old man. A fine reward for his persistence. The opportunity to mourn the life he never had a chance to live. No, there must be something we can do. Look, I realize this is not why we petitioned your aid, but do you think it possible that we can find a way to hasten their recovery?
Maybe.
He's Master Splinter with Eeyore's voice.
I don't know. Nor do I think it impossible that in treating them we might learn something of relevance to your own predicament.
Why is that a sound I can make? Who knows? We're still here.
I suspect the Crystal Exarchus told you of my past, that I was once a mage of the royal court of Herbert, and that soulcraft was my field of study. The tonic you administer to the patients. Why I keep
saying patience.
Patience here is one of the fruits of my labors. I hope to do great things for the kingdom, but in the end, my knowledge brought only suffering. A plague the likes of which none had ever seen, in the hands of unscrupulous men, that what should have been my greatest triumph instead became my greatest shame.
And now you have a chance to redeem yourself. At least the Warriors of Light brought those responsible to justice. I'm gonna say that. Yeah, I'm gonna stick up for my boys.
Aye, that they did. I shudder to think what might have happened had they not. But let us return to the task at hand, finding a means by which we might revitalize these people's incorporeal ether.
Do you think it can be done?
Were the skies still ablaze with primordial light, I would call it an exercise in futility. But now, though we may have a chance. The method I have in mind will entail the conjuring of a familiar. They are able to amplify the energies poured into them, making them the perfect conduit for ether revitalizing magics we will ultimately employ.
If you're about to launch into a lengthy explanation of the metaphysics of your plan, don't bother. I'd rather get on with doing whatever it is that needs to be done, if it's all the same to you. Whatever reagents we must procure, or spells invoked, I'll do it. I'm with her.
I admire your spirit. Very well. Your first task will be to gather the necessary materials. The purest of water and finest of clay, as well as a fey lantern brimming with pixie magic.
If you're convinced the resulting familiar could help the patients, fine. Alphino, the water and the clay will be simple enough, but I think you know what we'll have to do to get the lantern. You have to bargain with the pixies. You don't mean. The pixies took quite a liking to us before. If we humor them with our company, I'm sure they would be willing to help us. They love me. Like, I could probably do it way easier than you guys. Fine, we'll pay a visit to Ilmeg, though I never thought you would be the one to suggest going back there.
I'm impressed you've been there at all, let alone befriended the Fey folk. Oh, well, while you're at it, seek out the Pneumo of Plaeni. They will be able to supply you with water suitable for our needs.
Right, let's get this over with, shall we?
There still remains the matter of the clay. Might I prevail upon you to find it?
Da-da-da-da. That conversation took about 45 minutes. That's what it feels like. I need to speak to him again?
Clay from Albereg would likely be the best. Know you of anyone who might be able to assist us?
There are scavengers at Mordsuk, but I guess I should have clicked on the miners. Yeah.
Scavengers, you say, well, they made the lie of the land, but I dare say they are not more. They are more interested in trinkets and baubles hiding in the earth than the earth itself. Now, miners, on the other hand,
I do know those two.
What's that? You know the miners of Twine? Perfect. Speak with them, and you should have no trouble procuring what we need. While you and the twins are occupied, I will see if there is aught else that can learn from the stagnation which afflicts these people here.
Why did this look like a character we've met in the story? Am I crazy? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I am crazy and that's not what she looks like. I don't know what character it is I'm thinking of, though. So who the hell knows? Magnus! Chrane! Well, what a coincidence! You come at a good time. We've just... Wait, what was this voice? You come at a good time. Well, just this moment finished preparing the tallows for the trolley lot you took to Naboth Rang. The trolley was no trouble, but the tallows would have been another matter had we not had a visit from Master Chai. He offered us a share of the leftover building material from Daedalus Stoneworks, as well as a few trade secrets to help us along.
Clever man, that China's. He seemed pretty keen on the ideas I had for putting the giant tallows to work. Like a giant trolley, but Magnus still refuses to see all the good we could do with it.
You're entitled to your dreams, Jarek, but that doesn't mean you can go harassing our guests with them. Master Chai was just being polite. And something tells me Chrane here didn't come all this way to talk about trolleys. What is it you need, friend?
Clay.
Ah, I see. And this familiar requires clay from Amarang.
Well, look no further. If anyone can find you some quality clay, it's us.
Saying that, it isn't exactly a commodity nowadays, but there must be some lurking somewhere or other, waiting to be dug up. If I'm not mistaken, there was a time when they used to take clay from Mount Biron mines to make adobe bricks.
Adobe?
Place is swarming with coyotes now, but if you're after the good stuff, you could do worse than to look there.
Bow, bow, bow.
You're not in a cutscene. That's so rare.
Whatever. Adobe Brick, the new familiar editing system.
Yeah.
I legitimately feel like every time I look at the friends list and you're online, you're in a cutscene. Destination.
No!
Endwalker loves long cutscenes, yeah. That's what I've gathered.
How many of them are voiced, though?
Like, is it a lot of them, or... Fair amount? Nice. Okay. Oh, there it is. I love that you sit with your arms crossed on this damn horse. It's so extra for no reason. So funny looking. Name one of the old gods from World of Warcraft. Yashara, bruh. Terrible. My comment, not him.
The twins have returned, and in one piece at that. I was convinced the pixies would turn at least one of them into a garden ornament, but no. You have the clay, I take it? Wonderful. We need to combine the clay and the water, then heat the mixture with the Fey lantern. After that, it will be a simple matter of settling upon a suitable form and performing the necessary incantation.
Backlog, I have a question. In the event... Oh, no, hiccups? Fun. In the event that we had need of this spell and you weren't around, would it be possible for another to perform the incantation?
Assuming they possess the requisite skill, yes.
Halric and the others have suffered so much, and I swore to do everything in my power to save them. If there is a chance this spell could do that, I would be the one to invoke it.
Mayhap you should be the one to do so. A deep understanding of the subject's physical state, combined with a strong desire to help them, can drastically increase the magic's effects. And you are plainly more familiar with these people than I.
I dare say there are few in all of Nordrent more dedicated to finding a cure. Is that not so, Chrane? Absolutely, she's the best woman for the job. Very few, but if aught should go awry, I'll see what I can do. She's the best one for the job, obviously.
I'll give it...
Oh, pfft. I'll give it my all. For Halric, for Tesleen. Don't bring Tesleen up! That still hurts. Don't do that to me.
Then we are all of a mind on the matter. Alize shall be the one to conjure the familiar.
Okay.
Let us begin.
I've given this thing a way dorkier voice than it actually has.
I trust you've prepared the clay.
I trust you've prepared the clay.
That's some hefty clay,
Very
dude.
good. Now, I would have you sculpt for me a porksy.
The pigs?
Plump, with floppy ears and a short curly tail.
A porksy. I think I know what you mean.
Yeah, I'm questing with one of them in the Pixie Reputation quest line. I think his name's like Azil II or something.
There we are. How's that?
What the hell have you made? Horrific.
Well, it is certainly creative. There's no denying that.
What a bitch. Bro. Just because you know how to draw
yes, I'm
do
no
my
artist.
character.
Very funny.
Pay him no mind, child. Though it may look like a grotesque parody of reality, it is what the invoker believes that matters.
You're not helping.
Yeah.
But I speak the truth. If successful, this incantation will turn imagination into reality.
That thing is gonna become real?
Which is why the only thing of import is what you believe this figure embodies. You must focus. Hold the Porksy's image steady in your mind's eye.
Oh boy. It's gonna be a nightmare creature.
Now then, as I taught you, relax and allow your energies to flow.
With flesh of clay I bid thee rise, on wings of dreams to touch the skies. What once was idle fantasy, I call forth to reality!
He's just a poor boy from a poor family. Oh my god. She made a pig.
Not bad for a first attempt.
Yeah,
Now, let us see what can be done for young Halric.
that thing still looks terrifying. Come back, Halric.
Through the operation of the magics you invoked to animate this familiar, it is now replete with the energies required to stir the boy's soul. You need but give it a name, and it will do as your heart desires.
What do we name this thing?
A name.
Michael.
All right, I've decided. Now.
That's a creepy way of saying that.
Go, Angelo!
Angelo. So, Alphino has Carbuncle and she has Angelo. Are you feeling any better, dude? Sounds?
Mother, I...
Damn. That's heartbreaking. Jesus. How is he, Becklug? Did it work?
I believe it did. You and your fledgling familiar have done well. If my eyes do not deceive, a hint of color has returned to his soul.
Gods, I would jump for joy if I weren't so exhausted. We're so close now, Halric.
As you are even now in the process of discovering, this magic asks much of the invoker. What you may not have realized is that the same is also true of the subject. As such, we must proceed with caution. However, with further treatment, I have the utmost confidence the boy will make a full recovery. Observing the reanimation of his stagnant soul has been most enlightening. I will need time to put my theories to the proof, but I believe I can fashion a spell to produce the opposite effect. That is, to induce stagnation.
Thus enabling our safe transportation back to the source via Aurasight. A thought occurred to me about this treatment. Becklug said when the soul is rendered dormant, the mind is separated from the body, that a person becomes incapable of interacting with the world around them. Does that not sound a lot like some of the tempered back in the source? Not really. It is the fate of most tempered to become slaves to primals, save in a handful of cases, or am I missing something? Yes.
If I can master this technique, the art of revitalizing the soul, I know of at least one in the source who could desperately use such treatment. Oh shit, Gabu! Oh, that poor little boy. Of course. Of course it's Gabu. Hell. Exactly. His condition is uncannily similar to Halric's, is it not? The only difference being that his soul was suffused with earth-aspected ether instead of light. Damn, okay. Everything just connecting. It follows that his soul is subject to similar kind of stagnation. There may be a chance we can save him, right? Forgive me, but who is this Gabu fellow of whom you speak? He's a little kobold guy. I see. His condition does sound similar, yet there is much and more about the soul that remains unknown even to me. I say this not to discourage you, you understand, but to remind you that this is delicate work we do here. Work requiring patience. Of course, and as long as there is hope for the patients here, I will devote whatever time is needed to see this through. But I refuse to spend that time in idleness. If it's all the same to you, I'd like to stay here with Angelo and continue with their treatment. Is she just gonna have Angelo all the time now? Because that's crazy. The two of you should return to the Crystarium with Backlog and see if you can't make some headway with the newly posited theories. I would tell you to rest first, but I see you're not to be convinced. The fire of youth. Let us return to the Crystarium then. Finally, I found you. Oh, hi. Kaishia, what are you doing all the way out here? There's trouble back in Yulmore. Lady Chai's beside herself, sighing, pacing, the whole lot. Near enough begged me to go and find you. Sighing and pacing? You say it must be urgent. I take it I will return to the Crystarium alone. Go on then, it's not as if I have anything for you to do. Thank you, Backlog. She's sighing and pacing? Sorry to bother you and all that, but she says the future of Yulmore's at stake. Cashier. Lady Chai's up in the parlor. Best not keep her waiting, eh? DC'd in the middle of a long-ass cutscene. It's gonna be a lot of left-clicking to get back to where you were. Well, Norte seems out of the ordinary, though I do not see Lady Chai anywhere. Gonna YouTube it? What, you mean... Wait, it skipped the cutscene for you? Or are you gonna YouTube it later? Is that what you mean? That's crazy. Probably pacing around outside again, staring off into the distance and all that, sighing. Yeah, but you can just left click up to the... Oh, okay. Strange. Let's see if we can find her and discover the source of her distress. Where is she? Renda Sue. Dulia Chai. Why do I feel like something's happened to her husband?
Oh, thank heavens you're here!
Yeah, I forgot she's an Alphino simp.
Lady Chai, whatever is the matter?
I knew not where else to turn. Oh, this is all too much for my poor heart to bear alone.
Alone? What of Master Chai?
That That is the very reason I summoned you. He's gone.
What? What happened?
It all began after the events at Mount Gulg.
Yeah.
With Lord Vorthry out of the way, we all agreed that a new leader must be chosen.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And so you held an election?
Probably not.
Yes.
Oh.
Well, sort of. Not a single person volunteered to stand, you see.
Interesting.
After a lifetime of leisure, we free citizens have grown somewhat indolent.
You don't say.
Readapting to the harsh realities of life is trying enough, but to take charge of a broken city as well? No one wanted such responsibility. Nevertheless, Yulmore could not well do without a leader, and so we decided that anyone and everyone should be considered a candidate. And after we cast our ballots and tallied the votes, the mayorship fell upon my dear husband.
Oh.
Well, given the manner in which he orchestrated the construction of the giant Talos,
Yeah.
none could deny his leadership qualities.
Agreed.
But even before then, he had proven himself at Daedalus Stoneworks, don't forget. He is more than qualified for the role. The perfect choice.
Yeah.
Indeed. I told him as much when his victory was first announced. But perhaps I was too forceful in my attempt to encourage him. For shortly after that, he vanished without a word.
You believe he was so daunted by the burden of leadership that he felt compelled to flee?
I don't know. I feel like there's someone involved here.
Please, Lady Chai, dry your eyes. Your husband does not strike me as the sort of man who would abandon his duty,
Yeah.
much less his beloved wife. There has to be some other reason for his absence.
He found out he's pregnant and he's running away.
You truly think so? What about you? What do you think has become of my husband?
He's probably dead. Probably fell off the railing here. Whatever it is, he won't have fled. I'll agree with Alphinaud.
And there you have it, Lady Chai. You needn't worry. Master Chai loves you more than all the world, and he will return. Wherever he may have gone, rest assured we will find him.
Thank you, my dear boy. You have set my mind at ease. I will trust in my husband and await his return.
There you go. Nowhere to turn. Da, 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 da. Woo! Okay. A notable absence. It makes no sense for Master Chai to have left without a word. But even if he had, he would not have done so unobserved. Someone here will have seen something, I'm sure of it. We should split up and inquire as to whether anyone saw him leave, or failing that, if they have any idea where he might have gone. I'll meet you at the Glory Gate. That's one hell of a word. The Glory Gate to compare notes later on. Da-na-na-na. The miners said that they had met him after the giant thing with Mount Gulg and all that stuff, because he gave them stuff after that experience. So that might have been before returning here.
Master Chai, why yes, I spoke with him recently, though I recall he was in a rather dour mood, concerned about Yulmore's neglect of industry, you see. With Lord Vothry's apparently inexhaustible stores of meal, and no great need for money, it's little wonder our businesses were all but forgotten under his rule. But I assured Master Chai that the Boutique of Splendors will do all it can to contribute to the revival trade here in Yulmore, which seemed to satisfy him. He took his leave soon after that. The standing state of business in Yulmore, yeah. The Buttress. Damn, you're chugging along an Endwalker, dude. You think I'm gonna catch up to you, or do you think you're gonna stay ahead? Considering I'm taking a short break here after 5.3. Na na na. Chrane. Looking for Master Chai, are you? Something amiss? Unless I saw him, he seemed ready to collapse from exhaustion. I insisted he rest and catch his breath, and we talked for a while about his concerns over the city's defenses, among other things. He made more than a few valid points. Many of our men are still recovering after the confrontation with Lord Vothry, and finding General Ranjit in a heap in the middle of the plaza shook us all to the core. The man commanded no small amount of loyalty, and some of our longest-serving soldiers seemed lost without him. Indeed, a number of them left. Not that we blame you, of course. Without you and yours, we would still be blind to the error of our ways. Anyway, funding permitting, I propose replenishing our ranks with volunteers from the derelicts and Gate Town. We have a duty to protect not only Yulmore, you see, but the surrounding region of Colusia as well. And I, for one, would welcome any man or woman willing to take up arms for the cause. Indeed, I told him as much, and he seemed relieved to hear it. It was on that note that he parted ways. He headed outside, as I recall. The perilous state of Yulmore's defenses. Depends on how much time I have to play. Endwalker hasn't gripped me. Huh. Interesting. And you just finished level 82 quests. Is it more interesting to you than Stormblood at this point? Because around 62, I guess it would be, in Stormblood, you would be 100%. Okay. Because around 62 in Stormblood, you would be about around Kugane, I think, and the Ruby Sea. Going around meeting the turtles and the shipwrecks and the pirates. And the lady attacking the village and all those people. I recall a man fitting that description, asked to speak with the poor buggers lately come from Rights. He said he wanted to know the state of things down here in the derelicts, and you can be sure we gave him an earful. Lack of food, medicine, clothing, there were plenty to tell. We hunt high and low for whatever we can scavenge, and it's barely enough to fill our bellies. But folk here don't just want to survive, they want to thrive. When he heard that, he started mumbling to himself, something about finding us work, I think. Fair play to him, though. Not content with having his ear chewed about the derelicts, he asked about the other settlements and all. After that, I can't really say. Looked like he was headed to Gate Town when last I saw him. Poor living conditions of Colusia's downtrodden. Did we need to learn that? Haven't we seen that, like, enough? Ba-da-da. Ba-da-da. Oh, by the way, Scorch, have you pre-ordered the expansion?
Because now you get the level 90 XP boost earring thing for the pre-order. Good shit. Ah, I see. Ah, there you are. How did you fare? Have you learned anything which might offer a clue as to Master Chai's whereabouts? The state, its state, and the living conditions. Interesting. He apparently paid a visit to the Queen Bee as well. They discussed the possibility of granting admission to customers from outside Yulmore, an idea to which the proprietor was surprisingly receptive. Sounds like he got big plans for the place, Yulmore I mean, not the bee. Perhaps, but the question remains, where did he go after leaving the city? March is one of those every bill comes at once. Months, yeah. Yeah, it's one of the big four. So that makes sense. Hold on. Need to check something. All we know for certain is that Master Chai has shown great concern not only for Yulmore but its surrounding settlements. It seems logical then that, having consulted those within the city walls, he would wish to do the same to those without. Chrane, if you would go and make inquiries in Right, I shall do likewise in Stilltide. Gate Town, I leave to you, Kaishia. Fair enough. Where should we meet when we've finished? Well, Top Rung would seem to me like the next most likely destination. Let us reconvene there. With any luck, one of us will have stumbled upon him by then, but if not, we will be well situated to continue our search. This man just ran away from home to ask questions. Da-da-da. Yeah. What song plays when you ride Sleipnir? Is that the Odin music? I don't ever remember hearing this. Cool. Pretty neat. No, the name doesn't ring any bells. But there was a rather dapper-looking Mistel gentleman here not long ago. He wanted to talk about relations between Wright and Yulmore, or rather, the lack of them. We lost a great many people to their promises of meal and the chance of a lavish life among the free. And Vothri, though, thought to take even more from us, conscripting the few able-bodied men we had left to guard his paradise. I needn't tell you what happened when the Sin Eaters came. Such things are hard to forgive. But Vothri's gone now, and we're curious to see what will become of Yulmore in his absence. That's what I told your friend, Chinese, was it? And I'm sure the others said the same. Not what he wanted to hear, I suppose, but because he left soon after, and that was that. Oh. He made it sound like he hadn't talked to him, and then he was like, that's what I told him. Okay. The King in the North. This is literally just the wall at the Night's Watch, man. I know we don't talk about Game of Thrones anymore because it did a no-no in landing, committing to the landing in the final season, but still, it does remind me of Game of Thrones quite a bit. So he paid a visit to both Wright and Gate Town as well, did he? I see. Kaishir and I gleaned much the same. He seems determined to salvage what goodwill might yet remain among the settlements of Colusia, the only likely place he has left to go being Amity. Come, if we're quick, we may yet catch up with him. And then we, of course, have Tomra up in the, the northwest. By the way, this, On the Threshold, that's the Alliance quest for Shadowbringers. I started this not realizing what it was because it was around the same area as starting the Dwarf Reputation quests. So I thought that I was starting the Reputation quests when in fact I started the Alliance raid. And I didn't even think about the fact that there was like a robot chick like on the ground being helped up, and we talked to her a bit, and then not until the raid unlocked for me was I like, am I doing the Alliance raid stuff? Like, I just went brain off for that entire part when I did that, and I was like, I don't want to do this yet, and I just abandoned the quests. So I have to do it from the start again, but I still have the raid. Still have the first raid, but I don't have the quest for it, so I don't know what happened there. My brain just shut the hell off. Is that even a... Is this the same person I saw before? It is. One other chance to get the 2B gear. You don't have it yet? You're a healer. You'd think it would be super easy for you to just run through those things. Chinese, where have you been? It's guaranteed 2 drops and there's 24 people. What do you mean? The odds are great. But I mean, there's 2 drops and it's an alliance raid. You split into 3 groups, so you're just fighting for the 2 pieces with 7 other people, though. Because the chest dividing up between the parties, between A, B, and C. What do you mean, nah? Oh, really? Oh. Wait, so it's actually, like, it's not just near inspired gear, it's the actual 2B set? Is that what you mean? I see. I see. Well, that makes it clearer. That makes more sense. Chrane, Alphino, Kaishia, what are you doing here? We might ask you the same, Master Chai. We've been looking all over for you. Looking for me, whatever for. Lady Chai has been nigh inconsolable in your absence. She claims you disappeared without so much as a word, and bade us return you to her side. What in blazes are you talking about? I left a letter for her in our chambers, though I suppose she could have overlooked it. And when she gets an idea into her head, I can only apologize. No harm done, Master Chai, but since we are here, might I ask what compelled you to come all this way? We were told you had been elected mayor, and from what we have gathered from the nearby villages, you have been inquiring about the people's grievances. Is it safe to assume you mean to take office? Now, let's not jump to conclusions. I did seek to learn about the problems faced by the people of Colusia. That much is true. But I'm by no means sure I'm the man to solve them. Tackling our many challenges will require resources, and until I have secured them, I would not be right to assume the role of mayor. I see. And you believe said resources can be found here? Aye. Indeed. The people's grievances are many, but in the course of our inquiries, I have already met with several individuals willing to lend their aid in addressing them. However, there remains one individual crucial to my plans, a man whose counsel might yet make a mayor of me. With respect, such forethought is in itself proof of your suitability. The city needs you, Master Chai, and I'm certain this man of whom you speak, whoever he may be, will reach the same conclusion. For what little it is worth, we will vouch for you should he require convincing. Whatever you need, you can count on us. I don't know what to say. You don't need to say anything. You've got your actions to speak for you. For as long as I can remember, all I ever wanted was to make it into Yulmore, but that dream's gone now, burst like a bubble, or a boil more like. Anyway, outside of repaying Master Alphino, I haven't had a clue what to do with myself. Spent most days in a daze, you know, but you've been running around, running up and down, trying to find a way to fix this mess for everyone. And I reckon you can do it. You've got this lot you got this lot up Mount Gould, didn't you? How hard could mayoring be? You're going to steer Yulmore into a better future, I know it. And I want to help, properly help, do something that makes a difference. I don't know what it is yet, but I'll work it out on the way. If you let me come with you, that is. You give me entirely too much credit, the lot of you, but I can't deny it gives me heart. Come then, let us press on together. Thank you, Master Chai. But we mustn't get ahead of ourselves. Yulmore needs... No! I clicked it. Yulmore needs more than a man with good intentions, which is why I'm here. To find one with the experience needed to see the city thrive. Who is this man exactly, and are you certain he's here in Amity? Rendon is his name, and yes, he is. Or was. I had scarcely begun to explain myself when he decided his time was better spent elsewhere. He served as a chief advisor to Vorthry's father when he was in office. If Ranjit was the mayor's right hand, one might say Rendon was the left, and between them they kept Yulmore on the road to prosperity. The city needs more than a mere man of business, which is why I must find him. I will find him! But even if you do, what makes you think he will listen? Before giving chase, might it not be wise to speak with those who know him here in Amity? They may be able to shed some light on his reason for rejecting your overtures out of hand. God damn it. Oh god. That scene is so funny. The whole Zod thing in Man of Steel, and it's like, I will find him! Like, this... The shout in itself is really fucking funny, but then the penis pods that fly away in is a choice. I don't know what the hell he was thinking, man. Yes, I suppose that makes sense. Perhaps we should start with Tristal then. As I recall, you made a rather favorable impression on him. I'm certain he would be willing to talk to us. I will find him! Such a weird line read. And like, who am I? You know, I'm just a dude, but like, he's an actual actor. He should... He is better than that. I don't know what the hell that line read is. It's so funny. Greetings, friend, and to you too, Master Chai. I presume you're here to ask after Rendon. I couldn't help overhearing your earlier exchange. Yes, well, with Vothry gone, Yulmore wants it for a leader. Should no one rise to the challenge, the city would very well collapse. I came here seeking Rendon's counsel in the hope that he would build a better Yulmore. We could build a better Yulmore together. And that is still my wish, but given how abominably you were mistreated there, I will quite understand if you choose not to help. Worry not, Master Chai. I bear no grudge against you or the people of Yulmore, and I would not see you suffer for Vothri's villainy. As you no doubt gathered from your meeting earlier, Rendon can be rather uncompromising. He has his principles, you see, and little patience for anyone he deems less committed to their own. Your desire to right the wrongs of your past, of Yulmore's past, is quite admirable, but I fear the guilt you bear on the city's behalf works against you. I can see it in your eyes, in the way you carry yourself. It goes without saying he sees it as well. You must let those feelings go, Master Chai. Be more assertive. Commit to this course. And prove to him Yulmore has the resolve to change. The resolve to change. I believe he was heading towards Pit 8 when he left. If you plan to go and speak with him, I suggest you be firm and clear in your intentions. Very well. To Pit 8 we shall go, and I will not take no for an answer. Nay, not even a maybe. How about a no? Or how about a pass off? Is that acceptable? Rendon? You're a Rogadin. Interesting. Thought you were going to be a Hume.
Well, well, it's you again.
Oh, thank God. Voice acting. Oh!
And I see you've invited your friends. Need them to fight your battles for you, do you?
Damn. Damn dog.
No, I didn't invite them, as it happens. Though they are indeed my friends. Well, not only mine, but every true Yulmoran's. They are the ones who awakened us to the truth, to Lord Vothri's villainy. The famous warriors of darkness.
Are they now?
Yes. My name's Jeff.
Yes, they are. It would be no exaggeration to call them our saviors. We owe much and more to their kindness, but we cannot depend on that kindness forever. To do so would be a little different from entrusting our affairs to Lord Vothri. Nay, we must learn to stand on our own 2 feet. And I would have them present to witness my attempt.
Hear, hear, Master Chai.
Your sentiments are admirable. Yet admirable sentiments do not a nation make.
That's why he's talking to you.
In my capacity as advisor, I once strove to build a better Yulmore. Gave honest counsel to my superiors, drafted laws for the benefit of one and all. But in time, my values fell out of favor. There was no need for them in this paradise Vothri was creating. And so I left my homeland behind. But you, Chai News, you were content to wallow in indolence under Vothri's auspices. And so I cannot help but ask myself what manner of nation you intend to build.
I can offer no simple answer to that question.
No, but you could explain what you've been doing.
But this much I will say.
Good.
It is my hope that Yulmore can become a nation which her citizens might freely choose to build together.
Oh?
A great many people, myself included, flocked to Yulmore seeking sanctuary. The alternative being to live in fear and die in pain. It seemed an easy choice. And sanctuary we found. As much food and drink as we could ever want. Secured at the cost of the surrounding villages. Little wonder the people gathered at our doorstep, begging to work among the bonded. The free were blind to it all, of course. Content to, as you say, wallow in indolence. In ignorance. Were I mayor, I would first take stock of the city's resources and see that they were assigned equitably. Our days of reckless consumption are behind us. The distinction between free and bonded died with Vor3.
Yeah.
The needs of rich and poor alike must be considered if our nation is to survive. To which end I would take steps to secure channels for supplies, rekindle relations with nearby settlements, who re-establish industry, reach out to neighboring nations, and the list goes on and on.
He's good.
But I am no ruler, nor even a politician. I am an entrepreneur.
Exactly.
My expertise lie in planning and profit. I haven't the knowledge or experience to run a nation. Please, Rendon, will you not help me? Together, we could solve the city's problems. Build a Yulmore for the people.
A Yulmore for the people. I rather like the sound of that.
Yeah. Thought as much.
But before I offer you my counsel, I would be certain of your ability to perform the duties of office.
You would?
You ask me to help you solve Yulmore's problems, but first I would see you solve one on your own. Accomplish that, and you will prove both to me and the people that you are a man worth following.
Who has this guy voiced besides this character? So familiar. So familiar. Chinese. I thought it was Chinese. There goes all the Chinesey jokes. Right then. Is there a particular issue you would have me resolve? You seem to have conducted an assessment of the problems Yulmore now faces. I assume you will agree, therefore, that the matter of dwindling food stores is the most pressing. Ah, yes, meal being neither a desirable nor less sustainable option, I assume alternative foodstuffs are now required to fill the void. And a man who hungers is not like to contribute much to society, save for violence, perhaps. So tell me, how do you propose to solve this problem? Give me a satisfactory answer and I will consider offering you my counsel. I don't have a good answer for this. A combination of measures would seem to be in order. One to address the immediate issue of supply and another that of production. Go on. For the present, Yulmore's coffers can be used to purchase food from our neighbors. Yeah. This would afford us time to address the underlying problem that affects us all. The long-standing neglect of agriculture. The villages that once served as sources of trade for foodstuffs must be repopulated, their means of production restored. This assumes, of course, that we can rekindle relations with our neighbors, guarantee security and stability in the region, and most importantly, find people willing to leave the city and take up the rebuilding effort. My, think of all that by yourself, did you? Well, yes, it began as a rather abstract plan I drafted some time ago after speaking with the peoples of Yulmore and the nearby settlements. You've impressed me, Chinese. I have? Well, that is a relief. Oh, you haven't secured my support just yet, only my attention. Grand plans will not be enough to persuade the masses.
If you would ask them to rebuild, you must provide them the means to do so. A fair point, Rendon, and one to which I have given much thought. I propose the use of Talos to aid in the establishment and maintenance of these settlements. Their employment should drastically improve efficiency and ultimately increase production. Talos? But Daedalus Stoneworks closed their doors years ago. Without a ready supply of the necessary equipment, the people would starve before your plans could be put into effect. Well, as their heir to Daedalus Stoneworks, it just so happens that Talos are my field of expertise. And with a little help, I'm quite certain we can acquire what we need in no time at all. This cat is turning pretty sassy. Rendon's kind of cool, honestly. I don't know why, because I've never been a huge fan of the look of Rogadins, but Rendon's kind of cool. I don't know, like, I cannot for the life of me explain to you why I think that. It just looks kind of cool. They're a bit meh. I mean, they look like the Pope, not the Pope, like the priest from Berserk. Because everything looks like Berserk to me. He looks like Moscus, dude. I probably have shown this before, but I will show it again just because I can. Looks like this dude. That's what they look like. This dude is creepy as hell. I think I have an even better picture. Like, this dude is creep embodied. Like, thou shalt not avert thine eyes. The Lord doth revere silence. Like, he's a creepy dude. But he looks just like the Rogadin. Looks exactly like him. Seems like a cool guy. Yeah, he's great. Just like every other person they come across in Berserk. He's such a nice person, dude. Okay. Finding good help. Chinese looks of steely determination is only slightly undermined by the knocking of his knees. Rendon's quite right. Building Talos from scratch will require time we simply do not have, which is why I propose to make use of the long-abandoned Talos which wander the wilds of Colusia. They will need to be deactivated, of course, and if memory serves, the tools required to do so should be at the top of top rung. Come with me. Sleipnir looks terrifying from this angle. He's wide as hell as well. Terrifying horse. Da 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 da. Aha! The old memory hasn't let me down. This chest contains canisters filled with dashedly potent insulating powder, capable of altering the flow of ether in a Talos. We need only get within throwing distance of one and let fly, thus disabling them without damaging them. Ingenious. An old trick of the trade, nothing more. Once disabled, it should be a simple enough matter to get them to march to Yulmore. More extensive repairs can wait. Ordinarily, this is where I would ask you to run along and do the deed, but as I have said before, it's high time we learn to stand on our own 2 feet. Thankfully, throwing canisters is something even I should be able to manage. Come off it, Master Chai. Even if the Talos ain't a threat, there's 101 other things out there waiting to make a meal of you. That's as may be, Kaishir, but Rendon tasked me with solving this problem, and I will not sit idly by while others risk everything to see my harebrained schemes realized. Not this time. Which isn't to say the mere thought of it doesn't fill me with dread. Truth be told, I can't feel my legs. But if I'm to prove I'm a man worth following, I must lead by example. Well said, Master Chai. We're just his hype men in this quest line. Here, here. Yes, well, it should go without saying that I have no intention of dying for this. I've always preferred living to see the fruits of my labors. And to make sure I do, I will require your help. It is as Kaishia says, these lands are dangerous if one is not careful. I would ask that you use my spyglass to look out for any beasts that could get in the way of my work. I will also need you to alert me when it is safe to subdue the Talos, understand? Good, then let's be off to the quick way. Through the north gate and see if we can find a suitable vantage point for you. Okay. Keep a lookout. Yeah. Oh. Was that it? Was that it?
Oh no.
I did it. I did it. Let's move to another Talos, shall we? Oh, I see. I don't know if that's enough. Nope. Master Chai, no. No. Oh, no. I have to redo the whole thing. Game. Okay. An opening. Okay. I do believe I'm getting the hang of this. You may leave the next one to me, Chrane. I don't know why that's the sound I decided on. That should do it. Now we have all we need to proceed. God, I just keep thinking of a clip I've seen where multiple people imitate Plankton from SpongeBob at the same time, like Mr. Krabs Krabby Patty recipe, like, and they keep talking over each other. For some reason, that's all I kept thinking when I saw the three of them. Mr. Krabs Krabby Patty recipe. At least I think that's what they say. It's been a while. It would seem I misjudged, Master Chai. There may yet be hope for Yulmore. Our friend returned with nary a scratch. Well done. Blimey. Thought my heart was going to stop for a moment there. Make that a couple of moments. Mr. Krabs. I can scarcely believe it. It was a reckless, foolish plan, but somehow it worked. I did it. Yay. Master Chai, I believe I owe you an apology. Your plan to replenish Yulmore's food stores showed forethought and sound judgment. What's more, it is plain your time... I skipped again. It is plain your time at Daedalus Stoneworks has equipped you to lead, as evidenced by the extraordinary company you keep. You, sir, are more than qualified to be the next mayor of Yulmore. I thank you for your vote of confidence, but the fact remains I am wholly ignorant on the world of politics. Which is why I would ask you to join me and grant Yulmore the benefit of your counsel. I would be honored. When the people behold these talos, I have no doubt they will lend you their support. It would seem Yulmore's leadership is at last in capable hands. Would you not agree? We should probably be getting back soon, Master Chai. After you've tinkered with the talos and all that, Lady Chai is worried sick. Wow, 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 wow. Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Right then. Form a line and make for Yulmore.
Mr. Krabs Krabby Patties. Now that's a sight.
What's that noise?
Well, rumbling, rumbling, it's coming, rumbling.
Wicked White! Runaway Talos! Call the guard!
Beware.
Stay back! All of you! Is that?
It is us. It is he. It is we.
Darling, you're back.
But of course I'm back. You didn't see.
I can't.
Did we accidentally start a Manderville questline?
Oh dear.
No, he actually had to heal him.
Oh, thank you.
The lady's powerful, dude.
I'm sorry, my darling. It's just the sight of you filled me with such joy, I couldn't help myself.
I had to break you.
Oh, no, it's all right, dear. I should have just come out and said what it was I was intending instead of entrusting the task to a hastily scribbled letter.
Does that mean you'll do it?
Well, I'm here, aren't I? I mean, not that my absence signified any unwillingness, you understand? Oh, no, not to be further from the truth. I only left to enlist the aid of the former mayor's senior advisor. And now that I have it, I believe I am ready to take office.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh, how wonderful!
What are we doing? Why are we suddenly in the middle of a Manderville questline? Not again!
Shield, please!
Why is she... No! The poor man! Why is she killing him? Jesus, that poor guy. I mean, it's great that he has a very loving wife, but goddamn, his poor back. That dear sweet man is going to make the most wonderful mayor. I just know it. I dare say the future of Yulmore's never looked brighter. Sorry, wasn't much help. Still, seeing Master Chai go after those Talos was something, inspiring stuff. That was quite a reception, one Master Chai will struggle to forget. More seriously, the arrival of the Talos has seized the public's attention. Once word is spread around Yulmore, it will be that much simpler to gather one and all so that Master Chai can make his inaugural address. Da 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 da. Isn't this a Sum 41 song? That's Pain for Pleasure is the name of that song. Never mind. We got there in the end. No need to fret, Chrane. I have never felt better. And not at all overawed by the prospect of addressing the assembled masses of Yulmore. As for where to do it, if we're to accommodate everyone who might feasibly wish to attend, I suppose the only place large enough would be the Emergent. Then I will go and spread the word. Spread the word among the citizens, both free and bonded, that they are to assemble there to meet their new mayor. You there, Kaishia, was it? Would you go and inform the residents of Gate Town and the derelicts?
Of course I will.
Good lad. I will let the guards know not to bar the way to Vothri's chambers. It goes without saying that I expect the Warrior of Darkness to attend, assuming he's available. Might as well see it through to the bitter end, huh? The doorman of the Crown Lift should show you up. I feel like we're coming to a close for this right now. Would make the most sense. It's been a long quest line so far, actually. Almost it's going on 3rd hours. We're almost at 3 hours now since I started the stream, and I mean we got going right away, so we should be reaching a wrap-up point fairly soon, I think. Yes, Master Chai told us to expect you. The emergent is already filling up with people of all persuasions, free and bonded, citizens and non-citizens. My damn hiccups are back. But for you, our guest of honor, we have reserved a place at the front, right this way, sir. Wow, that's a lot of people.
Go on then. We're waiting.
Go on, dear.
Thank you all for gathering here today.
You'll do fine, dude. You've got this.
Before going any further, could I ask the free citizens of Yulmore to look around? Tis a sight none of us would ever have seen under Lord Forthry's rule. Not only do we stand in the familiar presence of those we once called the Bonded, but today we welcome the peoples of the Derelicts and Gate Town too. Today we welcome the Warriors of Darkness, come to bear witness to Yulmore's new beginning. As you know, an election was recently held, at the end of which I had the honor of being chosen to succeed Lord Vothry. You place great faith in me, and I promise to do my utmost to live up to your expectations, and I will seek always to carry out the duties of this office with integrity and fairness. Always, I say, but not forever. Let it be known that I do not intend to hold this post indefinitely. I consider myself but an acting mayor, who will serve only for the interim, while Yulmore is reshaped according to a new set of values. No longer can we think of ourselves as divided, as the free and the bonded, citizens and non-citizens.
Away with all that shit.
The systems put in place by Lord Vothry must be undone. But even as we tear down the old, we must give thought to the new, to what manner of nation Yulmore should become. Whatever the answer may be, it cannot be decided by one man alone. And so I propose that an open forum be held, that we might all discuss how best to strive towards a better future. However, there can be no talk of the morrow unless we first address the issues of today. Securing new sources of food, rebuilding relations with our neighbors, re-establishing industry. There is much and more that needs to be done.
Yeah. He has the right of it.
Too much for a mere man of business. And so I pledge instead to do everything in my power to ensure our city's security and stability while we all work together to see these problems solved. The road before us will not be easy, and I know full well how daunting the prospect of honest labor may seem to some of you. But we must accept the reality of our circumstances. We must move forward.
We must move.
This much we owe to ourselves and to the brave heroes who risked their lives to bring back the night. Once we have shored up our city's foundations and regained some semblance of normality, let us reconvene to speak of the future. Until then, I humbly ask that you lend me and each other your strength. For Yulmore!
For Yulmore. Giant bird comes in, picks him up, and leaves. Like, oh, weird. You leave a cutscene to go into a new cutscene. Only in this game. It sounds like I'm complaining. I'm actually not. I just think it's funny. That was a fine speech, Master Chai. I believe your words stirred every soul in attendance. Stir them to action, I hope. If I have learned anything from all this, it is that change begins with the individual. It is but a matter of finding the strength to take the first step. Assuming my fellow Yulmorans can, it shall be my honor and privilege to help them walk this road we have chosen. But we must not forget the individuals who made all these changes possible. Were it within my power, I would carve a tribute to your heroism into the very stone upon which the city stands. That's not necessary. I hate to change the subject, darling, but now that you have officially taken office, have you given any thought to your mayoral seat? It's probably the least important thing. We will not be moving into the emergent, dearest. It's too big for one thing and too far from the people for another. We will retain our current residence, and I will govern here in the parlor. Oh, I was hoping you'd say that. I much prefer the view from the parlor. Begging your pardon, Master Chai, but have you time for a word? Huh? Yes, of course. Haven Bet? That's the guy from the slums outside. Aye, that's me. I like your speech, but there's folk outside these walls as don't even have enough food to last till tomorrow. And more who are counting the crumbs. If you have a plan to change that, I want to help set things in motion. Then we've much to discuss. No sooner do I take office than my work begins in earnest. Well, I suppose I brought this upon myself. Thank you again for your help, Chrane. I hope to see you again before long.
Farewell. I hope they turn this town around because it's a shithole. What a day. I don't know. What a day. What a lovely day is the first thing that popped into my head. I don't know what it means exactly, but I do know I've got plenty to think about. I sense we all have a great deal to consider. I had resolved to remain here until such time as Yulmore's future was secured, but it is clear to me now that the city is in capable hands. So his ties to the first is now plucked. It's severed. So he feels that he can go back home now. I have every confidence that they will find their way, and I believe it is time we went on ours. Nice. Alizé still has her ties with the afflicted people in Amarang. Y'shtola still has her... what are they called? The Shadows? Something? Her group of people in Raktika Woods. I don't know if she maybe considers herself done with them already, though. I'm not sure. Riange, his tie to this world was basically the Exarch, I think, and the fairies a bit, the pixies. But I think he could safely just move on. So I think the only ones to still have like a lingering stuff to do here are Alizé and Thancred and Reen, right? But how do we get Reen out of here to go with us? Knights Blessed, thank you. That's it. Hello. Yeah, the Knights Blessed is their name. I don't know where I got Shadow from. Yeah, no, I expect the Thancred stuff to be the raid stuff because it follows up from the, like when I talked to the raid guy, the image for the quest line was the wastes where Thancred and Reen were standing, so yeah, I fully expect his stuff to be dealt with in the raid. So Alphino's leaving too, is he? Seems like everyone's moving on, everything's changing. I've been thinking about what I should do in all this. Like I told you, I spent most of my life dreaming about living here with my friends in paradise. That paradise is gone, but something's better taking its place, and I reckon I want to be a part of it. This Yulmore for the people Master Chai has been going on about ain't going to build itself after all. Not that I'm much of a builder. Me and my friends will find a way to make a difference, though. Help keep things changing for the better. A far nobler dream than the one to which you clung before. The one I am happy to say we share. Whatever path you choose, I will pray for your success. Well, when you put it like that, there's no going back now, is there? We've got a few ideas on how we can do our bit. Just a matter of taking the first step. Da-da-da. What's this? Disciple of Land or Hand? Well, that's a bummer. How unfortunate. Vows of Virtue, Deeds of Cruelty. Crystarium Weapon Coffer. I wonder if that's the same... Is that what we buy with the nuts? Oh, right, you buy Yulmore and stuff from the Crystarium. My bad. Okay. Let's get this show on the road. We took a break for a whole 45 seconds. Can't do that. Let's move on. Truly, to see Kaishia thus inspired by our actions is inspiring in itself. Yet, however much I may wish to stay and see what comes of his efforts here in Yulmore, we have matters of our own to attend to. Come, we should return to the Crystal Tower. Mayhap Beklug studies have borne fruit in our absence. So this was open for all crafters. Okay. Is it 70 or 80? No. Hold on. 70. Okay, so I can do that. Interesting. Because all my crafters are at least 71. Some of them are 60 or 20. Intriguing. Jesus. When will this cough disappear? At least it's infrequent enough now that it's not horrible. Da da da. Hello, Crystarium Gatekeep. Let me in. I'm just gonna blow my nose before we keep going. It's annoying. Ugh, okay. No voices? Welcome back. We're giving to understand a new mayor has taken office in Yulmore. Indeed, our good friend Mayor Chai, Master Chai, was elected by popular vote and, after some considerable soul-searching, chose to accept the post. It's a shame you weren't able to attend his inaugural speech, though I have no doubt you will see more of him in the future. But tell me, how fared you in preparing the White Aura site? Our work did not proceed quite as expected. In your absence, we... What is this song? Immediately, the song just changed and I'm tuned in. Have we heard this before? Jesus. In your absence, we had a frank discussion on the principles of soul transference, and concluded at length that White Aura site was ill-suited for our purposes. But Urianger, did you not say that compared to the massy soul of an Ascian, the stone could house one of ours with ease? That I did, and armed as we are with Beklug's invaluable insight would indeed prove a trifling matter, were we to disregard the inviolable link twixt mind and soul. A link which would, we did belatedly realize, be weakened most perilously in the process of rendering our souls dormant, as Auracite doth require. Thus, the shedding of these fleshly simulacra and the surfeit of ether which compriseth them would in all likelihood deprive us of our psyches as well. Who cares about mine? We don't need that to kill stuff. That's true. I agree with that. I have a sword. Good enough. Just put me in a ready position and push me forward and I'll just tip over. I'm gonna hit someone.
It would theoretically be possible to channel your minds into the Aura site instead, but we would more than likely sacrifice your souls in the process. Which is why we have abandoned that plan and instead devoted our time to finding a means by which mind and soul might be transported together.
So now there's 3 components: the body, the mind, and the soul. The something, the other, and the Holy Spirit. Then we are no closer to a solution than when we first began.
It is a vexing conundrum indeed, but one for which the Crystal Exarch has posted a most intriguing solution.
Yeah, listen to depressed Master Splinter over here. He keeps coming up with all the best plans.
When our discussions turned to the transference of memories and the psyche, I could not help but be reminded of a technique with which I have personal experience. Chrane, do you recall what we learned of my eyes from our encounter with Doga and Une?
Yes. That was 2.5 years ago and roughly 2,600 hours of gameplay ago. I don't really remember what they said. Yeah, I know it is the Royal Eye, but I speak of the Royal Eye of the Allagan Imperial line gifted to my forebears through the blood and memories of the ancient Allagans. It is by this gift that I am able to control the Crystal Tower. Oh, I see.
If we were to gain an understanding of the technology by which the Allagans were able to accomplish this transference, perhaps then we could keep mind and soul together.
Imagine, if you will, a device like unto a soul crystal, replete not only with our worldly memories, but also the bountiful energies of the soul. That is our current avenue of investigation, and we will follow it wheresoever it leads. While we are thus engaged, I think it best that Chrane return to the source and inform Kryle and the others of our findings. Agreed. I imagine Tataru will be relieved to hear that we've made progress of a sort. Then I would beg believe to relay our findings unto Thancred and Reen and to assist where I may in their investigation of the empty. Yes, please do. Should we have need of your counsel, we will not hesitate to summon you. Bye. Give our regards to Tataru, won't you? Okay, to Tataru. Bow, 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 bow. Tataru. Tataru taru. Ba-dow, ba-da-bow. Ba-dow, ba-bow-bow.
Chrane, you're back! How did everything go in the first? Wait, don't tell me. Kryle will be here shortly and she'll want to hear too. She's just tending to the others. Their bodies, I mean, gods. I don't think I'll ever get used to saying that. Anyway, you can tell us everything in the moment she gets here.
Several cutscenes will play in sequence. That is my favorite sentence in the world. Yeah. Give it to me. Everything. Please, voice acting. Please. That's all I want. These two have some of the best voice actors.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Unironically, these two have some of the best voice actors in the entire game, so I'm glad there's voice acting.
I've carried out the treatment as per Master Matoya's instructions. It should slow the destabilization of their corporeal ether quite significantly. But tell me, how fare our friends in the first?
She gives me Eureka PTSD. I haven't done Eureka,
So this
that's probably
Becklug's
why.
the first to lead an authority on soulcraft, are they? Sounds promising.
And Urianger's proffered solution of white auracite is rather ingenious now that I think of it. Well, while they press on with their preparations, you may rest assured we will continue to do our part here.
Who?
Oh, you're back.
Yes! Yes! Oh my god, yes! I've been looking forward to this for so long. God damn. The homeboy. The song.
I'm none the worse for wear, I see.
Estinian! Oh, thank the gods! We've been worried sick.
Oh.
Did you lose your link pearl or something?
He just...
The situation in Garlemald has become more complicated. I was making my escape from the capital when I ran into one of yours, Rio.
Oh.
He thought it best we come straight here.
What happened to, Gaius?
More complicated how?
Way complicated.
Where to begin?
Yeah, is Varys dead?
After entering the Empire via Razat Han, I went about my mission of investigating Black Rose. It was then, inside a provincial factory, that I encountered the one who styles himself Shadow Hunter.
Yeah.
Gaius Baelsar.
Hell yeah, and you became best friends.
Our goals being apparently aligned, we joined forces and ventured on into the heart of the capital, to the very Imperial Palace itself.
I'm so glad he's joined our team full time.
There, we found a man whom all assumed dead.
Which one? There's so many of them.
But his soul lives on. And he has wrested back his flesh.
Okay, Xenos.
Xenos Ye Galvus.
Yeah. He's back, baby.
Nor did the surprises end there.
Yeah.
For no sooner had we arrived than he murdered his sire in cold blood.
So he did die, okay.
The Emperor is dead. This sent Gaius into a rage, and he charged in, blade drawn.
Yeah, what happened to him? Oh! Oh, and Kryl as well. What's wrong? I get to see it. Thank God. Okay. Guys, no. Guys, no. Guys, no! Well, okay. Okay, he's not dead. Yet. Oh, God. Oh, he's using that sword now? I mean, it makes sense. It did bring him back to where he is. No! No! Okay, so... I hate what's happening right now because they're not using voice actors, which means one or more of these people were not able to come back to record voice lines, which means someone might be about to die. And I'm afraid it's Gaius. I've seen him in action, his body at least. You will not best him alone. Nay, death will not come easily to that thing. If you would join me, then by all means. For what good it will do. The Black Wolf and the Azure Dragoon. I suppose this might suffice. Come then. Oh, Gaius, no. Oh, God. Okay. That's a sick shot. Guys, don't die, please. No! Okay. I thought for some reason, I thought the spear was about to impale his head. What is this anime bullshit, dude? I love this.
Ah, the simple pleasures of one's own flesh. Truly, there is no place like home. Abomination. Whatever he is, Chrane was barely a match for him if we stay here much longer. Emperor Varys, your radiance, are you alright? We may wear out our welcome. It looks like they killed him! Oh no! Your radiance, no! Must even the most middling of sport be spoiled? The world conspires to bore me, but I've no cause to remain. I leave these vermin to you. Xenos! No, guys, no. Guys, no. Okay, good. Thank God. Why does he have teleportation magic? Dude, Estinian is so damn cool. Any bright ideas? Just one. What makes that bullet special? Julia? No, her name... Wait, no, her name's Lucia, the one I'm thinking of. Never mind. I was like, why is that one named? Oh, wait. Anya? Yeah, those were the two I fought in Gimlet Dark. They're the last boss in the last dungeon of Stormblood. The patches. The intruders have taken flight. I repeat, the intruders have taken flight. Deploy all available Magitech armor. We cannot let them escape. Okay. So guys, seemingly fine right now, which makes me happy, because, oh my god, never mind. Something's about to go horribly wrong. Oh god. Me and my big mouth. Gaius, the fact that you're voiced by Roose Bolton makes me really like you for some reason. Please don't die. Yeah, Xenos was just doing his best to defend his dear old dad. Sweetest son in the world. Just keep moving. What the hell is this? Final Fantasy VII? These two, I swear to God. Oh! Cuts. Damn you guys. I swear, you better make it out of here. We'll make ourselves easy marks by moving together. I suggest we split up. Alright then. I'll take the low road, so to speak. Whoop! I will see you outside. Stay safe. This is low. Whoa. The X on the other hand gives me some strong Praetorian PTSD. Well, yeah. I love that they bring that back as just part of his kit of abilities. I love the consistency there. Well, someone's been busy. Well, now.
Ultima weapon. Hello? Is that Thancred's old body? Like, what the hell? Ew! The hell? Arch Ultima? And you would bar my way, would you? So be it. Come, Nidhogg, lend me your strength. Ooh. That freaks me out. Jesus Christ. Seems we've been afforded impromptu field tests. Oh boy. Oh, I have more abilities now. Oh boy. Oh, the old school bar for the dialogue up here. That was cool. No. Look at this old school bar. It's very cool. Sample 14, okay. Is this thing still up here? It's terrifying. Why is there a Thancred clone up there? If you would bar my way, then you will feel the fury of Nidhogg. Your damn hats. Why am I taking so much damage? Guess because I didn't take out the ads. Heal me. Not working. Ready another sample. Taken from Castrum Albania. Castrum Albania. How do I take those guys out? They're annoying as hell. Whoop. Work itself out. Okay, they're all gone. It's starting to get really warm in here. Just like annoyingly so. Whoop. Bonk. Activate Magitech Field full power. It works! Arc Ultima is unstoppable! Unstoppable, we shall see about that. Yeah, I haven't used my limit break yet. There it is. Whoa, okay. Nidhogg, show them your fury! Woo! This man took out a building on his own, dude. You don't want to mess with him. Hell yeah. Estinian! Don't show me that. Please. Get that horror show out of here. Estinian and Thancred are now the two best scions. Galleons and then Machina. Now, where are you, Gaius? Oh, it ends there? Do I not get to know? They probably never united, that's probably why. That sound was loud in my ears. Jesus. The memories. Such devastation. Oh yeah, she saw it too.
Are you alright?
I've been better.
Peer into my past, did you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I didn't quite relive the experience as you did, but I bore witness to it all.
I'm still not sure what I think of this gift of yours. But no matter.
Hey, I don't choose when
Our
it happens.
confrontation was cut short when the Imperial Guard arrived. It was then that Xenos took his leave, citing boredom.
Of course, Xenos.
To think their research into the Echo could bear such fruit.
Yeah.
Escaping death, jumping from one body to the next, and returning to his own after all this time. He is an Ascian in all but name.
Yeah, it seems like it, huh?
It beggars belief, aye. But no more than a hero traversing the rift between worlds.
I don't know what you mean.
My concerns are far more prosaic. With the Emperor dead and the Crown Prince missing, the Empire is in disarray.
Yeah. What do we do?
Until order is restored, assuming it even possible, we needn't fear an Imperial reprisal. And for reasons of his own, Xenos took it upon himself to rid the world of Black Rose.
His one good
Riol
deed.
has already gone to apprise the Alliance leaders of these developments. We may leave the matter in their hands for now.
Riol is such a clutch character. What a great
And perhaps
asset.
we have seen the last of the fighting at Gimlet. Though, if it comes to civil war, I cannot help but fear for the provinces.
Yeah.
Ah, I'd nearly forgotten to ask. What became of Gaius? Did he not escape with you?
Never saw him, I'm assuming.
That he did, but we parted
Oh.
ways shortly after leaving Garlemald. He claimed another threat had arisen which demanded his attention.
Okay.
He didn't elaborate, but the absence of some device or other in the capital gave him reason to believe they're planning something. Lest you worry, I believe he has well and truly shed the Black Wolf's pelt.
I believe so,
Conquest is no longer his objective. We may safely leave him to his own devices.
It seems he still believed in the Emperor, though.
Well, it's nice to have one less foe to worry about, even if we do have a mysterious new threat to look out for instead. Speaking of which, I'll see that Riol and Al Shinobi are made aware. Though we still know next to nothing, it can't hurt to be vigilant.
Well then, with Black Rose nipped in the bud, I believe I've fulfilled my part of the bargain.
What, you're leaving?
That's true, but with the Archon still slumbering away, We were hoping you might agree to stay with us for a little bit longer.
And when we come back, we hope that you feel at home doing all this stuff, that you might stick around indefinitely.
Sorry, but I'm not inclined to extend my contract. Gaius isn't the only one with business to attend to.
Thank you for your help then, Estinian. I see why Alphino admires you so.
Farewell, my friend. See that you don't make a habit of dozing off in battle.
Oh, we're comedians now. Okay, I see. What a character.
I suppose we should all be getting on then. As ever, we will see to the Archon's needs. In the meantime, why not get some rest? You've more than earned it. Go on.
Though they have yet to find a workable solution, Ishol and the others are making progress, and we cannot ask them for more than that. You must be shattered. You must be shattered after all that hopping back and forth between worlds. Why not stay here and rest for a while? I'm sure Becklug can manage without you. You got enough science to. They've got enough science to help them, if you ask me. Woo. Is that it? Is that 5.1? Oh. Meanwhile, in Garlemald. Another happy Christmas. Traitors! You were dead, denied Lord Nerva the throne. Who the hell is Lord Nerva? Oh, well, she's without an army, it would seem. It's Final Fantasy VI. Onward! Before this day is done, victory shall be ours. The First Legion. Okay. I see there's a hot sale somewhere, and the people are lining up. What are you doing? Boring, boring, boring. Do you think I find it amusing, like dogs herding cattle to the slaughterhouse? Elidibus! Or? No. There was some red in that, there was some red in the cloak, so it's not Elidibus. Hold on. That hue, your soulless. Who are you? That's someone else. Before your majesty, I am but another dog, lost in want of a new master. A hunting dog, if you should wish it so. For I know full well the prey you would seek next. Zodiac. Who the hell are you? And you're gonna hunt Zodiac? Is that good for me? Maybe I want him to do that? I don't know. Meanwhile, in Hulmore in the First. So much commotion. Did you hear me? Did you hear? The mayor's reopening Daedalus Stoneworks, and they're looking for laborers. There's talk of resettling some of the old abandoned villages too. They're even laying on free tallows to help anyone willing to make the move. Free tallows? We'd best get packing. The contrast between these two places.
Steady work, board and lodging. If that's not recipe for hope, I don't know what is. That is Ardbert's clothing. But it's more gray than red, so what the hell? Hope. What's the deal? Yes, so long as I yet live, I would see that feeble flame rekindled. What the hell? It is my destiny to see our dreams fulfilled. What the hell? What the hell was that about? A virtuous deeds. What the hell was that cliffhanger? I don't even have a good, like, off the bat theory. Like, I don't know what the hell that means. That's so weird. Like, I don't even know what to say. That was... Huh. Yeah, doing the raids tomorrow. Raid 1, 5.2 story, Raid 2. And the day after, we're doing 5.3 story and Raid 3. And then I'm pausing for a while. To actually just sit on Shadowbringers for a while. You too, man. Night. I need to figure out... Raban. I need to figure out what this weapon coffer gives me. And figure out what I want from it. It's probably going to be my last order of business for the night. Been going for almost 4 hours. That's short by my standards, but that is the way of things. I have been working all day. Crystarium gear. Okay, what do we have here? Paladin sword is pretty neat. Do I have any of them written down? I do. Paladin and Dark Knight weapons. I guess I didn't care for the axe or the gunblade. I do not care for the axe. I do not care for the gunblade. I think I have something that looks like this already. Yeah. The Dark Knight weapon is this weird one, right? Looks like a chandelier. Almost. What else do we want from here? Monk and Samurai, okay. We don't want anything for the Dragoon. Reaper even has one, interesting. No, I do not want that one. And the Reaper is not my vibe, okay. Crystarium, I want both of them apparently, I've written down here. Oh yeah, those are kind of interesting. And the Katana. It's like an old school sword, I love that. It's very sick. What else? Ninja weapon apparently is on here. Damn, those are some like stiletto things. Letter openers. Let's see here.
I have Machinist and Dancer on the list. What did the Bard look like? Yeah, no. Machinist is alright, but I mean, I have the best looking Machinist weapon already, so realistically, I never have to buy another Machinist weapon, because I have this one now. And I don't know how I feel about this one. I guess it's fine. Yeah. Jesus, there's a lot of summoner weapons written down here. Not summoner weapons, caster weapons. I have Black Mage, Summoner, and Red Mage. There's like the Tower of Orthanc or something. Crystarium Index. Is that the normal book? No, it's not. I think the very regular looking book came from one of the dungeons, if I remember correctly. Red Mage. It's very clean. Very clean. Really like that one. I'm not much for like aggressively exaggerated weapon designs. Like for my Dragoon, I don't want a huge spear that looks like a mallet or something, you know. I want a thin, long spear with a very clean, slim design at the end. So I don't want any like goofy looking stuff. Like, this is really cool looking, but I would never use this. That book is very clean. But I very rarely play a Scholar. That one's fine, I guess. Those are cool. Very minimalist, but they're like lightsaber daggers, kind of. Pretty neat. Which one do I want to unlock? Probably the Paladin one, honestly. From the coffer here. It's probably not even going to be the right type of weapon, knowing my luck. 500. Does that match? It does match, so it probably is that. Interesting. Let's do it. Yep. That is indeed what it is. Nice. Love that for me. Nice. Okay, so what does my current sword look like? Where is my sword? Duh, I have it on me. Why am I like this? Okay. There we go. Does this... Oh, it looks the same, doesn't it? I'm not... Does it? Okay, the one I'm using is like gold hilts. This one is silver. Which means the one I just found is better. Cast Glamour. There we go. Perfect. Beautiful. Totally worth it. And totally not an oversight by me that I already had something that looked eerily similar. Okay. I think that's gonna be it for tonight. That was 5.1. And I'm tired. Oh, Jesus, my back just cracked. Jesus. That hurts. Oh, God. That's it for me. That's all for tonight. To anyone that stopped by and hung out, thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's been fun, and I will keep going through the story and these quests, and I'm gonna be theorizing away whatever the hell is going on in this game. I truly just have nothing about the end there. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. So on that note, thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for watching. Take care, and I will see you next time. Next time I'm on, it's tomorrow. So, you know. Come hang out if you want to. Or don't. It's your time. Use it however you see fit. Thank you for hanging out. Take care. I'll see you next time. Bye.